Hello, welcome to Screen Talk with yours truly, Nomfanelo. So, I saw online earlier there's this interesting quote that was floating around by Ted Sarandos. If you're not familiar, Ted Sarandos is the CEO of Netflix. And essentially, Ted Sarandos, he appeared at the Time 100 Summit. This is for Time Magazine for their Time 100 influential people and all that stuff. And I believe Netflix is on that list. I mean, no surprise. So during an interview, Ted Sarandos said that Netflix saved Hollywood. And when I saw this, I'm kind of like, what is he talking about? That's a stretch. Um, I would say Netflix is more of a disruptor, meaning that Netflix paved the way for the streaming era that we're currently living in. Because after Netflix, we other platforms decided to do their own service, such as Amazon Prime, Paramount Plus, Peacock, and so forth. Because I believe without Netflix, I don't think we would have any of those platforms, and also people would still be watching their stuff either in theaters or like on TV with cable or with the physical media with DVDs, Blu-rays, and so forth. Streaming has its pros and cons and all that stuff. On one front, it's nice with streaming. You get to have a library of content for a monthly or yearly fee, essentially. But on the flip side, there's no really guarantee if those titles will stay in the platform, because if they're somehow removed and there's nowhere else to watch it, it's too late, essentially. But yeah, I would say Netflix has kind of changed the way in terms of how people watch stuff at home, because we're also seeing that with cable, with traditional TV, that's declining. With physical media, that has certainly changed as well too, even though it's still there and all that stuff. But yeah, I don't know about saving Hollywood essentially, because so it got Hollywood to invest in streaming. Also, too, during the same interview, Ted Sarandos essentially said that cinemas are out. The I believe is outmoded, but essentially saying outdated. And honestly, I'm not surprised this is coming from Netflix. Essentially, the main point of Netflix is to watch stuff at home instead of going out to the cinemas to see it, essentially. And since Netflix essentially started the whole streaming era, it has caused tensions between them and theater owners, essentially. Because I remember when I went to the Toronto Film Festival back in 2019, Cineplex essentially refused to show any Netflix films in their theaters during the festival run. Because I remember I watched the Kerry Washington movie American Son. I had to see that at the TIFF Bell Lightbox. And I believe, yeah, there's still tensions between Netflix and the theater owners, essentially. And I find it's funny that that Ted Sarandos says that theaters are outdated, essentially, because they kind of want to have their cake and eat it too. They want people to watch stuff at home, but at the same time, they want to put their select titles in theaters, whether that's to qualify for awards season with the Oscars and all that stuff, or to make select filmmakers happy to give them a limited theatrical release. A notable example is with Ryan Johnson with the Knives Out sequel, essentially. And honestly, Netflix, it needs to pick a lane with that. You either want to cooperate with theaters and give a proper theatrical release, or don't commit to theaters at all and just commit to putting these films out on the platform exclusively. In the end, Netflix did not save Hollywood, in my opinion, because I think Hollywood was fine prior to Netflix, but it essentially has disrupted Hollywood. Now, whether that's positive or negative, it depends on who you ask. I feel like for me, at first, I guess it was a good thing because it offered alternative. But as other studios decided to get involved with streaming, put stuff on their own platform, I would say it has had a negative effect, and all that stuff. But yeah, that's my thoughts on this topic. I want to know, what do you guys think about this? Do you think Netflix saved Hollywood? Do you think Netflix are the pioneers of this era? Let me know in the comments section. Also, too, if you want to support me, you can visit buymeacoffee.com/Nomfanelo, where you could donate either one time or monthly. And also, too, you could check out exclusive posts I have on the platform. Be very appreciated. You could also follow me there, which is free, and all that stuff. Also, too, if you want to find me on social media, my links are in the description. And I want to say thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope to catch you on the next one.